Hello student, today in this lecture we will discuss about the new chapter which is height and distance, chapter number 8 from the RBSE book. It's also very important part of our trigonometric portion. So now without wasting time, let's start from the first important question. Question number 4 from our miscellaneous exercise of chapter number 8. Question number 4, which is from the top of a 100-meter high tower. From the top of 100-meter high tower, let's suppose it is a tower and the height of this tower is given 100 meter. And from the top of it, let AB is the height of the tower. The angle of depression of a point, let's suppose here is a point C and the angle of depression is found to be 30 degree, and let's suppose it is the point D. The distance of the point from the base of the tower will be, let's suppose this is X. So first of all, we will analyze the structure. If this is angle 30 degree, then it is also equals to 30 degree. Clear? आगे चलते हैं. अपन मान लेते हैं लेट बी द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द पॉइंट एंड base of tower is x मीटर. अपन ने इसको x मान लिया. This is our angle, then BC is base and AB will be the perpendicular. So base and perpendicular is the relation for tan theta from triangle ABC. Angle C is equals to 30 degree and tan theta बोल दे perpendicular upon base. Now apply the possible values. Tan 30 degree is equals to perpendicular is 100 and base is x. Tan 30 is 1 upon root 3 is equals to 100 upon x, implies that cross multiply x is equals to 100 root 3. X is a distance, so it is in meter. Then finally we can say that the distance between the point and the bottom or the base of this perpendicular tower will be 100 root 3 meter. Okay student, next question. Question number 6. Question number 6 is the tops of two pillars. The tops of two pillars whose heights are 20 meter and 40 meter are joined by a wire. Question number 6. Two pillars are given these and their tops are joined with a tower is a wire. Let's consider that this is A, it is B, C and D, and this is the ground, surface of the ground. If the wire makes an angle of 30 degree with the horizontal line, wire makes the angle of 30 degree, let's suppose this is the horizontal line 30 degree. तो आप ये भी कंसीडर कर सकते हो, ये भी पॉसिबल हो सकता है. And assume this is the point E. Then the length of the wire is what the values are given. The smaller one tower is 14 meter and the larger one is 20 meter. हमें ये कैलकुलेट करना है लेंथ ऑफ वायर, तो ये कैलकुलेट की जा सकती है. First of all, you will write everything as as given in the structure. Let be this is equal to this is equal to this, और अपन ये मान लेते हैं length of wire is equals to x. As I told you in the class, you have to write everything about your structure. What did you mention here, you have to show in your notebook. So without writing, I am just doing directly. Here we know that, या फिर मैं ये कर लेता हूं AE प्लस, देखो ये लेंथ पता चल जाए ना तो फिर ये भी हमें पता चल जाएगी। इस ट्रायंगल में मिनिमम हमें एक लेंथ पता होनी चाहिए साइड की, वो कोई भी परपेंडिकुलर, बेस, हाइपोटेनियस। फ्रॉम दीस थ्री साइड वी हैव टू नीड at least one side, and the dimensions of this side is given in this triangle. So we will try to calculate this. AE plus EB is equals to AB. AE plus EB. EB is equals to CD because both are parallel. It is a rectangle. Is 14 is equals to 20. Then AE is equals to 6 meter. A is equals to 6 meter. Now select the triangle from triangle AEC. AEC from triangle AEC. In this triangle, according to this triangle, theta is equals to 30 degree. Theta is 30 degree. Then tan theta here, sorry, not for tan theta, perpendicular and hypotenuse are given. So perpendicular and hypotenuse will be represented by a trigonometric ratio which is sin theta. Sin theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So sin theta I will use for it, which is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Then sin theta is 30 degree. Perpendicular is AE and hypotenuse is AC. Sin 30 degree, sin 30 is 1 upon 2. AE we have calculated here, which is 6, and AC is x, implies that x is equals to 12 meter after the cross multiplication. So finally we get the length of the wire, which is equals to 12 meter. Okay, student. Now the next question, question number 7. According to this question, 7th question of the miscellaneous exercise of chapter number 8, the angle of elevation of the top of a tower from 2 points at a distance of A meter and B meter. It is given that 2 points are there on the ground and it is a pillar which has some height. 2 points are there such a way that at a distance of A and B, मतलब 2 points से एक यहाँ लेते हैं, एक यहाँ लेते हैं। ये जो पॉइंट है वो एक ही डिस्टेंस है इन विच A is greater than B, तो डेफिनेटली ये A होगी, it is A and it is B. A, B and this point C and this point D, and the angle of elevation or decretion, angle of elevation of the top of a tower from these 2 points are, first is found to be 30 degree and second is found to be 60 degree. ध्यान रहे, जो परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस से जितना क्लोज होगा वो एंगल उतना ही ज्यादा होगा। यदि अपन मैक्सिमम मिनिमम डिस्टेंस पे आ जाएं तो अपने एंगल मैक्सिमम होगा मतलब 90 डिग्री, और अपन मैक्सिमम डिस्टेंस पे चले जाएं तो अपना एंगल नियर अबाउट इक्वल्स टू 0 डिग्री के इक्वल हो सकता है। एग्जैक्टली 0 डिग्री के तो नहीं होगा, क्योंकि हम मैक्सिमम डिस्टेंस पे जा रहे हैं। मैक्सिमम डिस्टेंस का मतलब ये हो गया कि हम इंफिनिटी की तरफ जा रहे हैं। So at the infinity, the angle is equals to is near about to 0 degree. तो हम जितना दूर जाएंगे एंगल की लेंथ कम, एंगल की वैल्यू कम होगी। So at this time C is more closer than D. So the angle of C will be greater than angle of D. So angle C is 60 degree and angle D is 30 degree. Now, and let be the height of this tower is equals to h. So we will mention here, let be the height of the tower B, tower is h meter. Clear? Now select one by one both of the triangles. First of all, I am selecting triangle ABC. From triangle ABC, directly I am mentioning the values. Tan theta 60 degree is equals to perpendicular h and base b, h upon b. And from this stage we can say that tan 60 is equals to root 3 is equals to h upon b. It is the equation number first. Again from triangle ABD, same thing, tan 30 degree tan theta is equals to perpendicular upon base, which is a, h upon a, and tan 30 is 1 upon root 3 is equals to h upon a. We have to calculate the height of the tower in terms of A and B. मीन्स ये हुआ कि हमें H भी चाहिए होगा फाइनल रिजल्ट में और A भी चाहिए, तो हम यहाँ से इसको इक्वेट करने की कोशिश करेंगे. So I am changing the orders of the numerator and denominator in this case and using the reciprocals. Then denominator will become numerator and numerator will become denominator, then A upon H. It is the equation number 7. Now check here, equation first and second. Equation first and second both are equal to root 3. So LHS are equal, then RHS must be equal to each other from first and second. Root 3 equal to root 3, then H upon B is equals to A upon H. Multiply it close, H square is equals to AB. From here H is equals to plus minus under root AB. But H is a length, height is a length, and length never be negative. So just avoid the minus symbol and consider only the plus symbol. Finally, height of the tower will be under root A. So it is the answer of question number 7. Okay, student. Now the next question, question number 9. Question number 9 is the ratio of length of a vertical rod and the length of its shadow is 1:3. 9th question. Assume this is a vertical rod and this is its shadow. देखो A, B, C. And after it some things are given which are, and the angle of then what will be the angle of elevation of the sun is, means हमें angle of elevation, इसको angle of elevation कहा जाता है. हमें ये कैलकुलेट करना है. let it is थीटा, लिख दे. let be the angle of elevation of the sun is equals to theta degree, या theta consider कर लो, is theta. According to the question, AB upon BC, AB upon BC is equals to, what is the given? 1 upon root 3. 1 upon root 3. This is the length of vertical rod and this is the length of its shadow, and the ratio of these both is equals to 1:3. Equation number first. Now perpendicular and base are the ratio of the tan theta. So from triangle ABC, tan theta is equals to AB upon BC. Tan theta, we have theta value of theta is not given. AB upon BC is equals to 1 upon root 3, and we wrote it from equation in the table of the tan, 1 upon root 3 is the value of tan 30. Tan theta is equals to tan 30 degree. Tan by tan cancel. Finally, theta is equals to 30 degree. So the angle of elevation will found to be 30 degree. So it is the answer of question number 9. Okay, student. Now the next question, question number 12. Question number 12. And the 12th question is, a tree breaks due to storm and the broken upper part of the tree makes an angle of 60 degree with the horizontal plane. Let's suppose it was a tree and it has broken from here. तो ये dotted lines से show कर लेते हैं. And the top of this tree touches on a point at a point on the ground. On the ground. And after it makes an angle of 60 degree with the ground. The top of the tree meets the horizontal plane at the distance of 10 meter from the root of the tree. Means tree का जो root है वहां से इसकी जो top की जो distance है, it is given that 10 meter. Find the height of the tree before breaking. Means we have to calculate the original height of the tree. मतलब हमें ये calculate करना, तो ये वाला part ये रहा, तो ये calculate करना, and after this we will add these both. And it is given that we have to use root 3 is equals to 1.73. It is condition. Okay, sir, let's start. Let's suppose it is x and this is y. Finally हमें क्या calculate करना है, x plus y. What will be the value of x plus y? So let's start from triangle ABC. The ratio of perpendicular and base, tan 60 degree. This lecture based on only for the revision work, so I am not mentioning everything. Important steps I am writing only. Tan 60 is equals to x upon tan. Implies that tan 60 is root 3 is equals to x upon tan. Finally, from here we can say that x is equals to tan root 3 meter. And the value of root 3 we will apply in the last. Clear? Now what we can do? Use this one and this one. It is base and hypotenuse. Then cos theta. Cos 60 degree is equals to base upon hypotenuse. Cos 60 is 1 upon 2 is equals to tan upon y. Finally, y is equals to 20 meter. Then height of the tree before is equals to x plus y. X is tan root 3. Where is this? Tan root 3. Tan root 3 plus y is 20. Now apply the value of root 3 tan into 1.732 is equal plus 20 is equals to 17.32 plus 20. Finally, answer is 37.32 meter. It is the height, actual height or the original height of the tree. Clear? Now next. Question number 15. The angle of elevation of top of a pillar pillar from a point situated on a plane is 50 degrees. Let's suppose this is the question number 50. This is the height of the pillar. A point which is situated on a ground and the angle of elevation is found to be 15 degree. It is given in the question. On walking 100 meter towards to the pillar, मतलब इस पॉइंट से 100 मीटर यहाँ आने पे मतलब ये डिस्टेंस हो गई 100 मीटर. The angle of elevation becomes 30 डिग्री. ये 30 डिग्री हो गया. 30 degree. Then find the height of the pillar. What we have to calculate? We have to calculate the height of the pillar. Let's suppose height of the pillar is h. It is the point A, B, C and D. और ये अपन y consider कर लेते हैं. Okay. And this is the whole of length which is y plus 100. ये अपन y plus 100 हो गई अपनी. Now select one by one from this triangle. From triangle ABC. Look, it is base perpendicular, then tan theta, tan 30 degree is equals to h upon y. Tan 30 is 1 upon root 3 is equals to h upon y. Multiplying it across, y is equals to under root 3 as equation number first. Next, from triangle ABD. Tan 15 degree is equals to h upon y plus 100. H upon y plus 100 because perpendicular is h and base is y upon y plus 100. 15 degree is an angle for this triangle. Then this is base of it and which is equals to y plus 100. And the value of tan 15 is given in the question, which is 2 root 3. Sorry, 2 minus root 3. Which is 2 minus root 3 is equals to h upon y plus 100. Okay, student? और हमें क्या कैलकुलेट करना था? हमें कैलकुलेट करना था h. h की वैल्यू हमें चाहिए थी. Something is missing. Let me check again. The angle of the elevation of the top of the pillar from the points in 15 degree on walking 100 meter toward the pillar becomes 30 degree. Find the height of the pillar. Okay. Okay, then multiply across. Everything is correct. हमें इसकी वैल्यू चाहिए 2 minus root 3 into y plus 100 is equals to h. हमें h की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करनी है हाइट ऑफ द पिलर. y की वैल्यू अप्लाई कर दो root 3h. 2 minus root 3 into root 3 h plus 100 is equals to h. Open the bracket. 2 root 3h plus 200 minus root 3 into root 3 h minus 100 root 3 is equals to h. Separate the h को इधर ले आओ. This one and this one. ये प्लस का हो जाएगा h plus 3h minus 2 root 3h is equals to 200 minus 100 root 3. 4h minus 2 root 3h is equals to 100 यहां से कॉमन ले लें, बचा अपने पास 2 minus root 3. 100 2s and 100 as 1 root 3. And from here we can take 2h as common. क्या बचेगा यहाँ पे 2 minus root 3 is equals to 100 2 minus root 3. This cancel by this. What is the remaining value? The remaining value is 2h is equals to 100. Finally, h is equals to 100 upon 2 is equals to 50 meters. The height of the pillar will found to be 50 meter. Next question. Question number 17. And the given question is, on observing, question number 17, on observing from the top of a lighthouse. A lighthouse is given. It is the question number 17. A lighthouse is given. This is 60 meter from the sea level. So the height of the lighthouse is found to be 60 meter. The angles of depression of two ships are there, one and second is this, and the angle of depressions are, first is found to be 30 degree and second is found to be 45 degree, and this is point A, B, C, D, and let's suppose this is the point E. And one check, both the ships are same side of the lighthouse. कभी ये हो सकता है कि एक ship उधर भी हो सकता है, but in this case it is given that both the ships are in same side of the lighthouse. Then find the distance between both the ships. Let me the distance between both the ships is x, and this is y, and total distance will found to be x plus y. हमें क्या कैलकुलेट करना है? We have to calculate the length of AB, or the value of the length of CD means value of x. Now let's start from triangle ABC. Select we will select first of all this one and this one. You can change order also, there is does not matter any. From triangle ABC, if this is the angle of 30 degree, then it will also equals to 30 degree because alternate interior angle, and this is 45, that is also equals to 45 degree. From triangle ABC, angle is tan 45 degree. Tan theta is equals to perpendicular 60 upon base is y. Tan 45 we know that is 1 is equals to 60 upon y. Finally y is equals to 60, and this is the distance, so we can use the unit also. We got this distance which is equals to y meter, sorry 60 meter. Now again from triangle ABD, from triangle ABD, tan 30 degree, again the angle is 30 degree, and the ratio of perpendicular and base will show by tan theta. So the tan 30 degree is equals to perpendicular 60 base x plus y, 60 upon x plus y, because perpendicular is this and base is from here to here, this is equals to x plus y. Now tan 60, tan 30 is equals to, we know that 1 upon root 3, and 60 upon x plus y is also 60 from here, or from equation. Cross multiply, x plus 60 is equals to 60 root 3. Finally x is equals to 60 root 3 minus 60, and x is equals to 60 is common, root 3 minus 1 meter. You can apply the value of root 3 also, which is 1.732. If in the question this value is given, then you have to apply. If not given, then you should apply or not. It's depend on you. If you want to apply, then you can apply. Otherwise, no need, leave it here. It is also the correct answer of this question. Okay, students. Now the next question, question number 18. Question number 18. A 1.5 meter long boy is standing at a certain distance from a 30 meter high building. What is the given value? A building is given, and the height of this building is 30 meter. let this building is represented by point A and B, and a ball which is 1.5 meter long. Assume it is point C. CD is the height of that. Some distance from the building. When he goes towards to the building, then the angle of elevation of the top of the building from his eye becomes 60 from 30 degree. Means this boy moves from here to in this towards to the building. Then let's suppose he will reach at the point E. Okay. Then the angle of elevation will change. तो पहले ये था, and now it becomes this one. In first case the angle was 30 degree and now the angle is 60 degree. Are you getting? And let's suppose this is the point F and this is the point Z, this point. What we have to find out here, we have to find by how much distance he was walked towards to the building. मतलब हमें ये कैलकुलेट करना है कि ये बिल्डिंग की साइड में से कितनी डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल, तो अपन ये अक्स कंसीडर कर लेते हैं, ये y, तो ये भी y होगी and it is also x and the total distance x plus y, it is found to be x plus y. अब ध्यान देना, we will use this, देखो एंगल यहाँ बन रहा है, so we will use this one triangle and this one triangle. This length we can calculate 30 minus 1.5, then 28.5. In notebook you will calculate everything. AG plus GB is equals to AB. Like I am writing AG plus GB is equals to AB. AG we have to calculate GB. GB is equals to 1.5 because GB equals to BDC and AB is 30. Finally AG is equals to 28.5 meter in this manner. Now select the triangle one by one. First of all, from triangle AG and F, from triangle AGF, tan 60 degree is equals to perpendicular 28.5 upon base, which is y. Tan 60 is root 3 is equals to 28.5 upon y. Root 3y is equals to 28.5. Finally y is equals to 28.5 upon root 3. It is the equation first. Again from triangle AZD, from triangle AZD, again theta is 30 degree and perpendicular and base are given, so tan 30 degree is equals to perpendicular is 28.5 and base is x plus y. Apply the value of y from equation first, या फिर एक काम करते हैं, पहले क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं. tan 30 is 1 upon root 3 is equals to 28.5 upon x plus y. Cross multiply, x plus y is equals to 28.5 root 3. Now apply the value of y. X plus y is 28.5 root 3 is equals to 28.5 into root 3. X is equals to transpose this 28.5 root 3 minus 28.5 upon root 3. 28.5 is common, so take it out. क्या बचा है यहाँ पे root 3 and here 1 upon root 3. X is equals to root 3 is LCM 28.5 root 3 3 minus 1 upon root 3. X is equals to 28.5 into 2 upon root 3 and multiply this. X is equals to 57 upon root 3. रेशनलाइजेशन करें रूट 3 अपॉन रूट 3, ये हो जाएगा 57 रूट 3 अपॉन रूट 3, 319. So the answer I am writing here, x is equals to 19 root 3 meter. So the distance covered by the boy towards to the tower will be 19 root 3 meter. Okay, student. Now next question. I think you understood the whole of the process, and if you did not, then please rewind the video and check it again. And now question number 21. From a point 20 meter above the water level, let's suppose it is the water level and a point is here which is 20 meter above from this water level. It is the point A and this is the point B. In a lake, the angle of elevation of the cloud is 30 degree. ये काम करते हैं, यहां मान लेते हैं ये पॉइंट यहां पे और क्लाउड ये ले लेते हैं, ये पॉइंट सी ले लिया. This angle of elevation is found to be 30 degree. After it, if the angle of depression of its reflection, तो इसकी रिफ्लेक्शन ये रहेगी जितनी है उतनी यहाँ पे, और इसी पॉइंट से फ्रॉम द सेम पॉइंट द एंगल ऑफ डिप्रेशन ऑफ दिस रिफ्लेक्शन इज फाउंड टू बी 60 degree. Then find the distance of the cloud from the point A. Find the distance of the cloud from the point A. क्या क्या दे रखा है? A 20 meter, a point is there which is 20 meter above the water level. तो अपन ने ये कंसीडर कर लिया. A is a point which is at a height of 20 meter from the surface of the water. Now from this point the angle of elevation of a cloud, तो cloud तो definitely उससे ऊपर ही होगा. Cloud, the angle of the elevation is found to be 30 degree, जो कि अपन ने यहाँ पे मेंशन कर दिया. And the angle of this reflection of this cloud, तो reflection water surface ये है, तो ये जिस साइड पे होती है उसकी reflection होगी, तो इसका जो एंगल है वो 60 डिग्री है. बात समझ में आई? ओके. Then find this distance. तो मैं इसको x कंसीडर कर लेता हूँ because this length is common in this triangle and in this triangle. And if this is equal to x, then it is also equals to x. Let's suppose this is y. Let's suppose this is y, because we will use this triangle, so we need two length we have considered, and now we need one more. It can be, we can use this one, and this is equals to this. So from here to here will equals to y plus 20. A, B, C, and let this is the point D, E, and this is the point F. You will write everything regarding to the structure as we mentioned in the structure and the total length A, B, C, D, alphabets, level diagram, everything in your notebook. Otherwise the examiner can reduce your marks in this question. So one by one I am directly solving, and I am using here the triangle ACD. From the triangle CDA or ADC, whatever what do you want, from triangle CDA, tan theta is 30 degree is equals to y upon x. 1 upon root 3 is equals to y upon x, and from here we can say that x is equals to root 3 y using the cross multiplication, and it is the equation number first. Got it? Next, now I will use this triangle. From this triangle, theta is this, then base will be this, and it will be the perpendicular. The opposite side of the angle is always known as the perpendicular in a right angle triangle. So from triangle FDA or ADF, from triangle ADF, tan 60 degree is equals to, अब यहां से यहां तक की लेंथ ये नहीं चाहिए, इट इज y plus 20 from here to here, y plus 20 plus 20, then it is y plus 40, y plus 40. So perpendicular is y plus 40 upon base is x. Tan 60 is under root 3 is equals to y plus 40 upon x. Cross multiply, root 3x is equals to y plus 40. What we have calculated here, we have to calculate the length of x. So we will eliminate the value of variable y. So apply the value of y from equation first. Y is x upon under root 3. Y की value x upon under root 3 होगी. So root 3x is equals to x upon under root 3 plus 40. इसको धर ले आओ, रूट 3x माइनस x अपॉन रूट 3 इज इक्वल्स टू 40. एलसीएम रूट 3x माइनस x इज इक्वल्स टू 40. नाउ 2x अपॉन रूट 3, 2x अपॉन रूट 3 इज इक्वल्स टू 40. मल्टीप्लाइड क्रॉस, 2x is equals to 40 root 3 implies that x is equals to 40 root 3 upon 2. Finally, x is equals to 20 root 3 meter. So the distance between the point and the cloud is found to be 20 root 3. Okay, student? Almost questions we have completed which are important, and today we solved only the exercise, and some examples are also remaining. So these examples we will solve in the next part of this video. I hope you understood, and if you want to ask any questions, so please comment or write in your comment box. Thank you.